Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, Jesus, Murphy. Is it that time in the morning? Wish this thing tilted just a bit further down. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. So how's it going? It is, I don't even know if I'm looking into the camera at this point, so I'm not gonna worry about it because I got my little full screen here. Yeah, it's 7:15 or 7:51, I guess, right now. Got about 10 minutes before I've already gotten ready for work. I just have to make my lunch and head out. So I've been up since, yeah, I don't know, it seems like 5:30 this morning. It was a little bit, yeah, something like that, probably. But I think I got 6 hours sleep. I feel awake enough. So not much is happening. This server's been 24/7 now for, it seems like it's been at least a week, but you know, the way my sense of time these days, a week goes by so quick, I don't know. Yeah, it's been probably about a week, let's say. Not much happening. Originally, I got a lot of help from Scott. He hasn't been around lately, but you know, it could be a lot of different things going with him, so those things happen. I posted a message on my forum, and I actually went through the forums last night. I actually went through the Train Sim forums quite a bit last night. The Run8 section is basically the usual people who post, and a lot of it's comic routine. Basically, like it's all comedy, ha-ha, back and forth about non-topic. Even the admins are getting involved in the comedy. It's so stupid. These are, hate to say it, but these are people who I know and chastised me for being off topic before, and yet, you know, kind of hypocritical, I guess, to say the least, but whatever. You know, they're just joining in on the ha 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 ha. I mean, topics don't even match what the hell's going on, so it's getting ridiculous, and it's not that much to follow, to be quite honest. What I went in for was to look at the other simulators. Trains caught my eye again for a little bit, but I can't see myself making the plunge into Trains. I just really can't. One, I have issues running Run8 as it is right now, and what I'm missing right now in Run8 is interaction. I'm missing the sense of the purpose of time. This server's running 24/7. The idea was, well, maybe if I put it 24/7, then people have a place to go to where they can do stuff or be interested in stuff or whatever. It just hasn't happened yet. Now, I'm not taking the server down anytime soon, at least not that I'm aware of, because I really don't have anything to replace it, so why, maybe it will find itself, and I really hope it does. The author has, you know, Mikey's been out there, and you know, he's had computer issues, but he has been following these YouTube live streams. This is, like I said before, it is probably, and you're looking at a custom dispatch display that Scott provided. I haven't provided this to people, but I will, especially on request. I believe he said I could. I've already posted on my forum. I've gone ahead and I've posted the what is it? No, I already showed this the other day. Just go onto my forum and check the wiki out. If you're not too sure what my forum is, you're new to this, it's that. It's Railroad Transportation Simulator.wikia.com. You can go through here, you get all the latest activity. As you can see, with the exception, and this is Mikey's actually, his post about development, and so I'm replying to it, but I put in a few new pages up there, but you can see the bulk of the comments, you know, are from a few people and myself mainly. That it's been that way for a while, and no, I haven't updated the Wikia, because really at this point I don't want to update a Wikia that I'm going to have to update again if I change my mind or if I change focus. There have been a lot of people who have also mentioned about getting Selkirk and Mohawk, and I've cautioned them. Not that I don't want Mikey to get money, I do. I want them to get Selkirk and Mohawk because they want it, not because they think they have a home here. And I say that, you know, I say that basically because for me personally, everything is getting old. it's there's no interaction. This is worse than activities, because at least in activities you had something to do. If you wanted to do something, you got to do it, and yeah, you got to download a lot of stuff and blah blah blah. The reason why I like multiplayer was the interaction, and I've seen less and less of that. Yeah, there's some servers that are hitting records. You know, Southwest hit 14. For the longest time, I couldn't hit 13. I think my vision for what railroading or virtual railroading should be is a lot different than most people. Everybody has a different, because it's a huge hobby. Some people like the engine, some people like the physics, some people like the building, some people like this, it just goes on and on. And I think this is very difficult to please everybody, which is why developers have had a hard time. Number one, there's not that much money in it for them. There's not, so the incentive is lost. You know, you're going to put in a lot of effort for what? Believe me, I've had that thoughts many times. I'm hardly motivated as it is when it comes to programming. It's not something that I love to do or comes natural to me, at least not anymore. I have a lot of ideas, which is good. Perhaps my son and I, who knows, it could come down to my son and I actually motivating each other. If that happens, that could be good. But I don't know how that's going to happen, because the way I see it right now is the only motivation that my son and I are going to push, at least in the current time, is to take advantage of the good weather. Once the sun goes away and the days get longer, or days get shorter, it gets cool and you can't get to go out and stuff like that, and you're stuck inside. We've had some distractions the last month outside it, so we've had but once those distractions started to fade, this weekend was the first sign of it. All of a sudden it was just like he wasn't into anything that he used to like. I was like, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, and I was game for certain things, but he was just totally done with a lot of the stuff, like subsistence. That was a stable hold for us for a while. And he'd watch videos of other people doing subsistence. Why are you watching videos of other people doing subsistence if you don't want to do it yourself? Or me, you and I, so. But then, we kind of talked about it, and reality is there's a lot that is hard to find. It's become old too. And there's so many different programs, and it's already, I knew this was going to happen. Maybe this was a mistake, but so 7:59 now. But anyways, I'll go on live stream later tonight and I'll explain. I don't know, I may go on live stream later tonight. Maybe you can just check out my post. We'll see. I may come on later tonight and I'll explain a little bit further, but I don't think there's anything more to explain than that. The activity, it's 8 o'clock now because my screen just flashed. The activity that has changed, or the lack of enthusiasm, and even when you look at the train sim forums and the other things, I mean, people are just complaining about every other package out there. Run8 is the one that's getting the most praise, oddly enough. At least on trains, at least, well, not all. There's some people who love the other ones for whatever reason too. But, when you had the train sim compare thread, that was interesting to see because it hasn't been updated since 2016, and it's a pinned topic. and they list all of it. Well, Run8 has changed. I don't know what the others have done, quite frankly. Then there's new ones that are coming out, but there's not much enthusiasm in any of it. And yet here we are on supposedly better computers and easier programming and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's kind of sad, to say the least. So, but we'll see. You know, I can't promise anything. I mean, by the time people might get this, it seems like the only comments I get these days on videos are old videos where people are new, and I guess people are getting into the hobby because they're looking for the same things, and people are getting into trains, and that's still growing. But then they see an old video of mine and they don't want to read instructions, or you know, they just, some people will take a simple hint and say okay, thank you, like I had the other day. Others are like, they want step-and-step instructions on how to hump a yard and all this other stuff. I'm like, no. It's like, I have videos on how to hump and how to do other things. I have different things. I'm not going to go through my entire catalog of videos to try to, especially a 2-3 year old video which has changed, to try and help somebody. If you have a specific question, I'll gladly answer it. But if it's something like, well, you know, it doesn't work, you know, that's what the support for Run8 is for. That's why you paid them money. They're supposed to support you, and they do have support. It's right on their website. So, and that doesn't, those don't bother. But it's just, that's the only comments I get these days. I don't get any enthusiasm for the future, unfortunately. And although I'm hearing words of things maybe getting better, and who knows, maybe they'll surprise me. They just came up with a good update that fixed the speed limits. So I mean, that's fine, but even that grows old. It's really, I need to see some kind of progression. And progression comes in a territory like that. Progression comes with a lot of people involved in it, or very intelligent AI, or smaller territories, like I said before. That's why trains got me interested again, because all of a sudden I thought, well, you know, I know how easy it is to build routes. Maybe I can build something that is appealing to me. I saw some short lines. I, you know, stuff that, you know, there's a progression, but I don't know. You know, so stuff that I can progress on my own without feeling overwhelmed. And that's, I think, the word. It's overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed sometimes. It's just like there's so much stuff, and all of it just seems static. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem like a real railroad to me. And although, yeah, okay, I'll watch the passing trains go by, you know, the yard doesn't have much going on because I'm the only one working it. It's like, ugh, it's horrible. Not what I want to, not what I envision a simulator to be. A true train simulator, not a true railroad simulator, I should say. Okay, it's 8:03. I got to get ready for work, so you guys have a good day, and yeah, maybe I'll be on later tonight. We'll see. But by the time Thursday comes, me and Kiddo's gonna have to start figuring out what we want to do in our spare time, and who knows, maybe this will relate to this down the road. We'll see. And I got to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with myself tonight. I'm still wondering about that one. I may be back. I probably will be, because I'll get bored, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Read the post on the forums. Feel free to interact with me on my forums. Let me know what you think. If you're getting these messages, let me know. If you're not getting these messages, I get 100 views. And I mean, yeah, you can post on YouTube and all that other stuff. Whatever. That's fine, but the forums is something that really helps, because then everybody gets to see it. Unfortunately, they ain't gonna happen right now, and they're totally anonymous. You can just go in there and say whatever the hell you want on your mind. It doesn't matter. Anyways, talk to you later.